God says He is aligning you with a younger partner, and the reason will truly touch places in your heart that you didn't know needed healing. This isn't by chance or mistake. It isn't a fleeting idea or a dream that drifts away with time. It is a part of His divine orchestration, a holy arrangement unfolding in His perfect rhythm. Sometimes the ways of God are difficult to understand in the moment, especially when they go against what we expected or imagined for ourselves. But His ways are always higher, always intentional, and always overflowing with love that stretches far beyond the limits of human understanding. Type 1111 if you trust in God. There is something sacred happening in your life right now, even if you cannot yet see it with your eyes. You may feel uncertain, confused, or even doubtful about where your journey is heading, but God is not lost in your story. He is not confused. He is not silent, even when the silence feels heavy. The younger partner God is preparing for you is not a random choice, not a hasty decision. It is part of a much deeper plan that He has been working on quietly behind the scenes, crafting it with patience, grace, and a knowing that only He holds. This isn't just about age, appearance, or societal expectations. This is about healing, purpose, and the restoration of something you lost long ago, perhaps even something you never knew you needed. God does not choose by the standards of the world. He sees beyond years, beyond flesh, beyond what people think makes a perfect match. He pairs hearts, not birth dates. He binds souls, not appearances. He aligns paths that were meant to cross not only for companionship, but for divine assignments, for shared faith, for spiritual strength, and for miracles that can only unfold when two people come together under His light. Type 2222 if you believe. There is something incredibly gentle and pure about the way God brings people together when we surrender to Him completely. When you stop chasing your own idea of love and allow Him to lead, He will surprise you. He will break your patterns to bless you. He will stretch your understanding of what you think you need and offer something far more fulfilling. A younger partner may not be what you had envisioned, but it may be what your soul needs: someone with a different light, a fresh perspective, a heart still soft and open to God's calling, someone who still dreams out loud and believes in miracles with the wonder of a child. This person may bring laughter where you've only known silence. They may walk beside you with joy where you felt weariness. They may pray over you with the kind of faith that shakes the heavens and shifts your spirit. They might remind you of how alive you still are, how much you still carry, how valuable your heart still is to God and to another soul. They may even help you remember what it feels like to hope without fear. God doesn't just think about what you need today. He sees your future, your legacy, your calling. He sees the days ahead where your faith might need support, where your health might need compassion, where your journey might need new fire. A younger partner may be God's way of ensuring you are covered, cared for, and inspired to keep going when you might feel like giving up. This isn't a rescue, it's a divine partnership. It's two people, chosen by heaven, placed on a path that will become one, not because they match in age, but because they match in spirit. A 7-second brainwave ritual uncovered from sealed records and hidden in CIA files is transforming financial lives. It activates a forgotten abundance channel in the brain, leading to new financial opportunities and cleared debts. Click the link in the comments below before it disappears. You may feel unworthy. You may worry about what others will think. You may carry fears of rejection, doubt, or even shame. But God is not moved by human judgment. He is not ruled by voices that speak from the outside. He looks at the heart, and He sees yours. He sees the where and the wonder. He sees the tired hope in your prayers. He knows how long you've waited, how many times you've cried out to Him, how deeply you've desired a love that is pure, peaceful, and real. He's heard you, and He is responding. The path He is laying out for you might not look like the one you prayed for, but it will be far more beautiful. It will be built not on what makes sense to others, but on what makes your soul come alive. It will be filled with grace, understanding, patience, and joy that grows stronger every day. God doesn't give gifts halfway. He gives in full. When He brings someone into your life, especially someone who doesn't fit your expectations, it's because He wants you to trust Him more than your understanding. Don't close your heart because of age. Don't shut the door on what doesn't fit the mold. Instead, open your spirit to the possibility that maybe, just maybe, God is doing something bigger. Maybe He's teaching you to love differently. Maybe He's showing you that your best days are not behind you. Maybe He's answering a prayer you forgot you whispered long ago. This kind of love will not just warm your days, it will awaken your faith. It will call you into deeper places with Him. It will teach you to receive without fear and give without condition. This is not about age, it's about assignment. It's about alignment. It's about God knowing your soul better than you do, and preparing someone who can walk with you, grow with you, pray with you, and pour into you as you pour into them. God is intentional with who He places in your life. He chooses not just for today, but for every season to come. Let Him surprise you. Let Him shock you with how beautifully He writes love stories. Let Him teach you that what the world sees as different, He sees as destined. This alignment is not random. It has nothing to do with trends, opinions, or the fleeting approval of others. It has everything to do with healing, purpose, and the sacred way God restores what was once broken. Type 999 if you believe God is working behind the scenes for you. This isn't about you being incomplete or needing someone to make you whole. You are already deeply loved, seen, and cherished by God exactly as you are, but He also knows the weight you've carried alone. He knows the battles you've fought in silence. He knows how long you've waited, prayed, and hoped for a love that feels safe, pure, and deeply rooted in Him. That's why He is bringing someone into your life who will see your soul before your scars, your heart before your history, and your faith before your fears. This younger partner is not coming to replace anything or anyone. They're coming to walk with you, beside you, not ahead or behind. They are being sent as a reflection of God's unexpected grace, as a reminder that it's never too late for new beginnings. They may be younger in years, but their spirit will carry a depth that has been shaped by God Himself. They will bring a joy that doesn't fade when life gets hard, a compassion that comforts without needing words, and a lightness that feels like breathing after years of holding it all in. God is answering prayers you may have stopped praying. Sometimes when the weight is long and hope feels too heavy, we lay down our desires in quiet surrender. But God never forgets. He holds those longings close, and He brings them to life at the perfect time, in the perfect way. This is that time. This is the moment where you are called to trust, even if it feels unfamiliar. Let your heart soften to the idea that what's coming may not look like what you expected, but it will feel like peace the moment it arrives. Type 555 if you know God's timing is never wrong. There is a reason this person is younger, not because of looks or energy or novelty, but because they carry something your soul needs to encounter. They carry a hunger for God that will renew your own. They carry dreams that will stir the ones you set aside. They believe in the power of prayer, the strength of faith, and the beauty of purpose. And as you walk together, you will find yourself laughing more, trusting more, and hoping again. Not because of them, but because God will be speaking to you through them. They are coming to honor you, not to fix you, to walk beside you, not to pull you along. They are coming to bring balance, not chaos. Their presence will feel like God breathing into your weary places, gently reviving what felt forgotten. They will speak life into your dry seasons and help you believe again that love can be kind, that companionship can be holy, and that two people can walk in purpose together without shame, fear, or regret. Others may not understand. They may whisper or question, but remember, this isn't their story to write. God didn't consult them when He wrote your path. He didn't seek their approval when He planted this seed of love. He doesn't need permission to bless you, and you don't need to explain what God is doing in your life. You only need to trust Him, keep your heart open, and walk in the peace that comes from knowing you are in His hands. This union isn't just about romance, it's about revival. It's about seeing what God sees in someone else and allowing them to see what God has placed in you. It's about supporting each other in prayer, lifting each other in faith, and reminding each other that even when the world is loud, God's voice is louder. You will learn from each other. You will grow in different ways, at different times, but always toward Him. That's what makes this alignment holy. It's not based on what you have in common on the surface. It's based on what God has rooted deep within both of you. And maybe, just maybe, you'll realize that this was never about what you thought you wanted. It was always about what God knew you needed. He is not just giving you a partner, He is giving you a new beginning. A new chapter filled with laughter, healing, deep conversations, soft moments, and shared prayers whispered in the quiet hours of the night. This isn't a fairy tale. It's better. It's real, it's raw, it's holy, and it's yours. You are not too late. You are not too broken. You are not too old. You are not forgotten. You are exactly where God needs you to be. And this alignment is not a delay, it is a gift being delivered at just the right time. Don't let fear close your heart. Don't let doubt steal your joy. Don't let past pain keep you from receiving what God is doing now. This love may surprise you, it may challenge you, but it will also bless you in ways you cannot yet imagine. Let go of the need to understand every detail. Let go of the timelines you created for yourself. Let go of what you thought life would look like by now, and instead, lean into the truth that God's plans are always better than our own. He is the author, and this is only the beginning of the chapter He's writing with your name on it. This person may not match what you pictured when you asked God for love, but they will exceed what you thought was possible when you placed your trust in Him. This is a divine connection, not based on age or status, but on the deep, unseen work God has been doing in both of your lives. Type 1212 if you walk by faith and not by sight. God has never been concerned with what the world calls ordinary. He is the creator of the unexpected, the giver of beautiful surprises. He chooses the weak to shame the strong, the overlooked to fulfill His greatest purposes, and the ones with open hearts over those with full resumes. When He brings someone into your life, especially someone you didn't think would fit, it's because He's showing you that His plans are far better than your expectations. He isn't just writing a love story for your heart. He's crafting a testimony that will speak of His grace, His timing, and His healing power. Using a simple 7-second brainwave ritual, once classified and hidden in CIA files, can unlock wealth, freedom, and success already inside you. This discovery is helping thousands step into abundance, and God has led you here for a reason. Click the link in the description and comments below to awaken this money magnet frequency today. You see, this younger partner is not entering your life to complete you, but to walk with you as you become even more of who God made you to be. They are being sent with a tender spirit, a deep hunger for truth, and a quiet strength that complements your own. While you carry wisdom shaped by seasons and storms, they carry a faith untouched by fear, the kind that still believes mountains can move. Together, you will form a balance that only God could orchestrate, one that strengthens both of you, brings light into dark places, and makes room for laughter, prayer, and purpose. There may be moments when you wonder why God would choose someone younger. You may wrestle with your own insecurities or listen to the noise around you. But in those moments, return to what you know to be true. God is love, and love real. Holy, patient love is not limited by numbers. It's not limited by human logic. It is guided by grace and built by hands that never make mistakes. You are not receiving less because of this pairing, you are receiving more than you thought to ask for. This person will honor your story. They will not run from your past or misunderstand your silence. They will meet you in your healing, sit beside you in your vulnerability, and celebrate with you in every breakthrough. They will not see your age as a burden but as a blessing. They will cherish the depth of your thoughts, the way you pray, the way you carry peace in chaos, and the way you never gave up, even when you had every reason to. They are coming to love all of you, the seen and unseen, the strength and the softness. Type yes to affirm that God's ways are higher than yours. You've waited for love that is pure, that is kind, that doesn't hurt or take more than it gives, and God saw that waiting. He saw every moment you chose to trust Him when nothing around you made sense. He heard the prayers you prayed with tears, the ones whispered in lonely nights. He counted each time you walked away from what wasn't meant for you, even when it hurt. And now, in His perfect time, He is giving you someone who will hold your heart with care and walk beside you in faith. This younger partner may not understand every chapter of your past, but they will honor every lesson it taught you. They will admire your resilience, your depth, your honesty. They will ask questions that make you smile, and they will listen in ways that remind you how deeply you deserve to be known. They are not coming to take from you, but to add to your life in ways that only God could arrange. Their presence will not create pressure. It will bring peace. Their love will not be loud. It will be steady, consistent, and rooted in reverence for who you are and who you've become through Christ. Together, you will build something eternal. Not just memories, but a life centered around faith, humility, and shared purpose. You will encourage each other in prayer, uplift each other during trials, and lean on each other in moments when the world feels too heavy. There will be laughter, yes, but there will also be purpose. There will be friendship that runs deeper than the surface, and commitment that honors both God and each other. You will become partners in more than name. You will become spiritual companions, warriors of faith, protectors of each other's peace. This love will not need explanation because it will speak for itself. In the way it moves gently, in the way it shows up daily, in the way it honors God without needing to prove anything to anyone. You don't have to worry about the world's opinions. They do not see what God sees. They do not feel what He is placing in your heart. They do not hear the whispers of the Holy Spirit telling you this is from Him. And when it is from Him, it does not bring confusion. It brings clarity. It brings joy. It brings freedom. So don't resist what is unfolding. Don't question what has been divinely appointed. Don't let fear keep you from embracing what may become the greatest gift God has ever placed in your hands. Instead, be still. Let your heart receive it. Let your spirit rise again. Let yourself believe that maybe, just maybe, God saved the best for last. Not because you were forgotten, but because He wanted to give you a love that would last, one that would honor Him and heal you at the same time. He was preparing something so gentle, so pure, and so completely unexpected that when it arrives, it will melt every piece of fear that tried to build a wall around your heart. This alignment with a younger partner is not a detour, it's a divine continuation of the story God has always been writing for you. Type 666 if you trust Jesus with your future. Sometimes, we hold on so tightly to the idea of how we think love should look that we forget to make space for how God wants to give it. His love is not always wrapped in what is familiar. It doesn't always follow the pattern we imagined in our minds. But it is always good, always faithful, and always worth surrendering for. You may have asked God for a partner who understands you, who loves Him deeply, and who walks in kindness. What you didn't expect is that He would fulfill this prayer through someone younger, someone whose spirit carries joy like sunlight, and whose love feels like gentle rain falling on dry soil. This person is not arriving to impress you with perfection. They're arriving to grow with you, to learn from you, and to walk beside you as equals in God's grace. They will not see your age as something to overlook or tolerate. They will see it as a blessing, an anchor in the storm, a light to follow when things grow dim, a safe place where they can rest without fear. They won't idolize you, and they won't reduce you. They will honor you. They will admire your strength, your faith, and the calm you bring with your words and your silence. They will treat your heart like holy ground, and your story like something sacred. A powerful 7-second morning ritual, once hidden in CIA files, is resurfacing, and people are already seeing fast financial breakthroughs. It takes only seconds, yet activates a dormant wealth center in the brain most people never access. Click the link in the description and comments now. Access it before it disappears. You've walked through pain that others cannot see. You've had to pick up pieces of yourself and put them back together with nothing but God's help. You've learned to smile through sorrow, to believe through brokenness, and to hold on to hope even when your hands felt too weak. And because of that, God is now entrusting someone to you who will be gentle with your past, patient with your present, and excited about your future. They won't carry your burdens for you, but they'll gladly stand with you under the weight. They'll pray with you, cry with you, laugh with you, and love you with a heart fully surrendered to God's will. Type 1919 to receive the miracle God is preparing for you. You may have tried to move forward alone, convincing yourself that maybe your time had passed, or that maybe you were too different, too tired, too complicated to begin again. But God is not limited by time. He is not bound by the ticking of clocks or the expiration dates we place on ourselves. He is timeless, and so are His blessings. What is coming your way is not a second chance. It is the right chance, at the right time, with the right person. It is not rushed. It is not forced. It is simply ready. God is bringing someone younger because He wants to restore joy in places where grief once lived. He wants to remind you that laughter is holy, that beginnings don't have to be perfect to be beautiful, and that love can grow even in unexpected soil. This person may bring playfulness where you've grown serious. They may challenge you in new ways, not to frustrate you, but to sharpen you. They may show you how to dream again, not small, timid dreams, but God-sized dreams that echo with purpose and eternity. Together you will discover new dimensions of love, not the kind that fades with time, but the kind that endures, the kind that builds, the kind that reflects the very heart of Christ. You will teach each other, support each other, and remind one another daily that love is not about control or comfort. It's about service, grace, humility, and constant return to the one who authored it all. Yes, the world might not understand, but you don't need their understanding when you have God's peace. You don't need their approval when you have God's anointing. You don't need their permission when the Creator of heaven and earth is writing this chapter for you. Let their opinions pass like wind through trees. What matters is the still, small voice inside of you that whispers, "This is from me, trust it." So when this person enters your life, walk slowly, but walk open. Don't rush to define it, and don't shrink yourself to fit their age. You are not less because of the years you carry. You are more seasoned, more steady, more whole. And they are not less for being younger. They are more too, more willing, more curious, more teachable. Together, you will reflect something rare and powerful. A love that doesn't just cross years, but unites hearts in Christ. This kind of union will confuse some, but it will inspire many. Not because of the difference in age, but because of the depth of your bond. People will see the peace between you, the joy you share, the way you support one another, and they will ask, "How?" And you will smile, maybe even with tears in your eyes, and say, "Only God." Because only God could take two very different people and make their hearts beat as one. Only God could take two separate journeys and align them so precisely. Only God could see the need, the ache, the longing, and answer it not with leftovers but with abundance. with someone who brings light into your darkest places, who sees your soul through the lens of grace, and who believes in you even on the days you forget how to believe in yourself. So don't be afraid to receive it. Don't let fear rob you of something sacred. Don't let pride or assumptions or hesitation keep you from saying yes when love knocks gently at your door. This is not about starting over, it's about continuing forward with someone who is meant to walk beside you. Someone who doesn't see your age as a number, but sees your heart as a home. This love, this partnership, this alignment is a holy appointment. God's hand is all over it. His fingerprints are in every detail, and His presence will go before you, preparing both of your hearts to meet, to recognize each other, and to say yes to what He has ordained. And when it happens, when you look into their eyes and feel that quiet peace, that knowing that only comes from heaven, you'll understand. You'll look back on every tear, every weight, every closed door and say, "Now I see, now I know why it took this long. God was saving the best until now." This connection is being shaped in a quiet place, far from the noise and judgment of the world, because holy things are often grown in hidden spaces. God is not sending you just any companion. He is sending someone who will fit your life like a missing piece you didn't know you were waiting for. Type 2323 if you agree that God's plan is always greater than our own. There is a certain beauty in watching God fulfill promises that seemed delayed. The wait can make the heart weary, and the silence can make you question whether He still remembers what you prayed for. But through all of it, He has been working not just in your life, but in the life of the one He is preparing for you. This younger partner has been on a journey too, one filled with its own trials, growth, and moments of surrender. God has been shaping both of your hearts to be able to hold each other not perfectly but prayerfully, with patience, tenderness, and truth. A simple but powerful 7-second at-home ritual, it's hidden in CIA files for years, is now changing lives rapidly. Backed by neuroscience research, it can begin shifting your financial direction in just days. Click the link in the description and comments now, and step into abundance today. You may wonder why the age difference matters at all. Why would God choose to pair you with someone younger? It's because He doesn't see age the way we do. He doesn't measure love with numbers, but with purpose. He chooses based on readiness, not reputation. He places people together not to meet expectations, but to fulfill callings. This younger partner will bring fresh vision, renewed strength, and a different kind of passion for the Lord that will lift your own spirit. You may bring wisdom that anchors them. They may bring energy that revives you. Both are gifts, both are necessary, and together they become a powerful reflection of God's design. This love will not feel forced or hurried. It will arrive gently, in a way that makes sense not to your mind, but to your soul. You'll recognize it not by fireworks, but by peace. It will feel like breathing again after holding your breath for far too long. This younger partner will not fill a void. They will grow beside you in a garden God has already planted. They won't be a project or a puzzle to figure out. They will be a presence, steady, kind, and committed. Not perfect, but perfectly placed by God. Type Amen if you believe God is sending someone chosen just for you. This relationship won't always be easy, because anything meaningful requires effort, but it will be worth it. There will be moments of learning, of adjusting, of discovering each other's rhythms. There will be times when the difference in age feels real. But every time doubt creeps in, grace will rise higher. And through it all, love will grow not because of compatibility, but because of commitment. Not because you're alike in every way, but because you're aligned in the ways that matter most: your faith, your values, your desire to serve God, and your hope to love well. This younger person will remind you that life still holds joy, that dreams don't expire with time, that your best days are not a memory, but a promise. They'll listen when you speak, but more importantly, They'll see you even in silence. They'll celebrate the parts of you that others overlooked, and they'll love you in a way that makes you feel like you were never waiting at all. Their love will not come to fix you or change you. It will come to walk with you, to honor you, to stand beside you with hands held in faith. Others may not understand. They may raise questions, make assumptions, or cast opinions that sting. But what they think is not your concern. What matters is what God knows. And He knows that your heart has been faithful. He knows the prayers you whispered in the dark. He knows the nights you spent wondering if love would ever feel safe again. And because He knows, He is answering not out of pity, but out of promise. Not because you need someone, but because He wants to bless you with someone who sees you as He does. Beloved, chosen, worth waiting for. Don't shy away from what is coming. Don't push it away because it looks different from what you imagined. God often moves in unexpected ways because that is where the most beautiful miracles happen. This person may not tick every box on your list, but they will carry something far more precious. A heart tuned to God's voice, a spirit willing to learn, and a love that grows deeper through prayer, not performance. This isn't just about romance. It's about restoration. It's about the way God brings two people together to help heal one another, to speak life into each other, to pray in unity and believe for more than what either of you thought possible alone. You won't have to beg for attention, prove your worth, or hide your past. With them, you'll feel free. With them, you'll feel like home. You are not being paired with someone younger because God wants to test your trust. He is doing it to stretch your faith, to remind you that His love stories are not bound by human rules. They are written in grace, sealed in timing, and filled with moments that reveal just how deeply He loves you. This is not about fixing something broken, it's about beginning something beautiful, something new, something sacred. So get ready, not with fear, but with faith. Open your heart, not with hesitation, but with hope. This younger partner is not just coming to be loved, they are coming to love you. Fully, freely, faithfully. And when they do, when you see the fingerprints of God all over this connection, you will understand this was not late, this was right on time. Instead, He has been weaving together the threads of your life, patiently preparing something so sacred, so unexpected, that when it enters your life, you will finally understand why it had to take this long. The younger partner He is aligning you with is not a sign of unpredictability. It is a sign of His divine perfection. Type 2020 to claim miracles in your life today. The world may look at such a connection and struggle to understand it. They may question it, label it, or dismiss it. But they are not the author of your story, God is. And God does not choose as man chooses. He sees the heart, the spirit, the depth of love and faith in a person, not the number that defines their age. The one He is preparing for you is coming not just to love you, but to walk with you in the kind of unity that brings healing to old wounds and makes space for new beginnings. This person may be younger in years, but they will carry a soul deeply rooted in the love of Christ. Their presence will disarm your fears. Their words will calm your anxious thoughts. Their laughter will echo like music in places that have long felt silent. They will not come into your life demanding attention or trying to prove themselves. Instead, they will arrive with humility, with peace in their spirit, and with a willingness to listen, to learn, and to grow with you in a way that only a heart led by God can. What if wealth was never about luck, but a hidden brain signal buried in CIA files? This frequency is opening doors, attracting opportunities, and changing lives quickly. Thousands are already using it to attract wealth like never before. Click the link in the description and comments now and activate the money-attracting brainwave today. This union is not being formed out of need or loneliness. It is being formed from strength, healing, and the purpose of heaven. God is not just giving you someone to walk beside you. He is giving you someone who will see you through the eyes of love, someone who will speak life into you when you forget your own worth, someone who will bring joy into your routine and patience into your process. This is not a rushed connection, not a temporary gift. It is an eternal one, formed in prayer, wrapped in grace, and confirmed by the peace that only God can give. Type 222 if you believe that God is doing something new in your life. You've known seasons where love felt distant or uncertain. You've experienced relationships that left you tired, questioning if true companionship even exists. But that was preparation, not punishment. It was God shaping your heart, deepening your understanding, and refining your expectations so that when this person arrives, you will not settle, but you will also not resist. You'll recognize them not by the logic of your mind, but by the peace in your soul. You'll feel safe. You'll feel seen. You'll feel a stillness that says, "This is what I've been waiting for." This person will not only admire the strength you've built, but will stand in awe of the faith that carried you here. They will treat your wisdom not as something to be tolerated but treasured, and in turn they will bring a lightness, a joy, and a hunger for life that will remind you how vibrant your spirit truly is. You will not feel older, you will feel alive. You will not feel like a mentor, you will feel like an equal, respected, supported, and deeply loved. This love is being sent not just for your present, but for your future. God is placing someone beside you who will carry vision with you, who will believe in what's ahead even when things are uncertain. They will hold your hand through changes and speak faith when the path becomes unclear. They will not run from the hard days. They will pray through them. They will not shrink from your battles. They will fight beside you with intercession and a heart full of trust in God's promises. This love will not ask you to change who you are to be accepted. It will invite you to become even more of who God created you to be. It will feel like walking through an open door after years of being locked outside. It will feel like belonging, like purpose, like the quiet answer to a prayer you forgot you prayed. This person will not be intimidated by your story. They will be inspired by it. They will ask to hear more, not less. They will lean in when others turned away. They will see the beauty in the things that once made you feel broken. Together, you will build something that lasts, not because of perfect compatibility, but because of sacred commitment. You'll wake up each day and choose one another not out of obligation, but out of gratitude. You'll laugh in the kitchen. You'll pray before bed. You'll talk about dreams, not just memories. And in those moments, you'll understand what it means to be loved by someone who sees you not through the lens of this world, but through the love of Christ. This kind of connection won't always be easy, but it will always be worth it. There will be moments of miscommunication, seasons of growth, and lessons to learn. But through every twist and turn, there will be grace. There will be understanding. There will be a constant return to prayer, to forgiveness, and to the foundation that God laid beneath your feet, because when He builds something, it cannot be shaken. You do not need to fear what others will say. You do not need to explain what God has already confirmed in your spirit. The people who matter will see the fruit of this love. They will witness the peace it brings, the way it draws you closer to God, and the strength you walk in because of it. They will not need convincing. The evidence will be in how you both show up for each other, for others, and for God. So as this alignment continues to unfold, stay open, stay hopeful. Keep your heart soft and your spirit ready. Because when God brings this person into your life, everything will make sense. The weight, the disappointments, the tears, the unanswered prayers. Now He is bringing forth something beautiful, something holy. He is aligning you with a younger partner, not to confuse you or challenge your faith, but to complete a divine work in your life that only this person can help fulfill. Type 1111 if you trust in God's perfect timing and plan. What's coming is not ordinary. It will not fit the expectations others may have placed on you, but it will carry the unmistakable peace of God. This younger person is not just an answer to your heart's longing. They are a part of your calling. They are someone God has been preparing with just as much care and love as He has prepared you. Their presence in your life will bring a new rhythm, one that feels natural, yet refreshing. One that makes you feel known and seen in ways you didn't even realize you needed. You have matured through trials, grown through hardship, and been refined by grace. Your heart is not hardened, it is seasoned. You don't love lightly because you've learned how sacred love truly is. That's why God is sending someone who can honor that depth. This younger partner won't be immature in spirit. They will be sincere, intentional, and sensitive to the quiet things your heart holds. They will have a joy that uplifts and a faith that anchors. Their spirit will be soft yet strong, and it will awaken something in you that has been sleeping for too long. A 7-second at-home ritual, scientifically proven by neuroscience labs and hidden for decades in CIA files, is now public, and people are seeing money flow into their lives. Scientists say it activates a brain pathway linked to abundance. Click the link in the comments below before this knowledge disappears again. You'll begin to feel alive again, not just physically, but emotionally, spiritually, and deeply. Their laughter will find its way into your quiet spaces. Their perspective will help you see God's goodness through fresh eyes. They will ask questions that open new parts of your soul, and you will pour into them wisdom that only time, pain, and God's presence could have given you. This won't be a one-sided journey. You will learn from each other. You will sharpen each other. You will walk hand in hand, not with fear, but with grace, for the differences and strength in the unity. Type yes to affirm that you're ready for the love God is preparing for you. Don't be afraid to receive what looks different. God often breaks the mold to bless us. He doesn't need to follow the rules of culture or society. He is not constrained by human logic. What matters most to Him is the alignment of your souls, the purity of your intentions, and the presence of His Spirit in the foundation of your relationship. The world may look at the age gap and misunderstand. Let them. The world cannot measure what God ordains. They will see years. God sees hearts. They will see timelines. God sees purpose. This relationship is not about rescuing or rebuilding each other. It is about building something new together. You are not being called to return to the past, but to walk boldly into the future. A future where you are reminded that joy is not behind you. A future where you experience what it's like to be chosen, not out of obligation, but out of love. This younger person will look at you with eyes that carry no judgment, only gratitude for your strength, your kindness, your faith, and your unwavering heart. There will be no pressure to prove anything. You won't need to pretend to be younger or hide your journey. You won't be expected to change to be accepted. You will be celebrated for the very things you once thought might push someone away. That's how you'll know it's from God. Because it will feel safe, it will feel right, and it will call you to become even more of who He created you to be. Together, you will create a sanctuary built not on perfection but on prayer. You'll wake up and pray for each other. You'll talk about God's promises. You'll serve others, speak life, and become a light to those around you. This won't just be about companionship, it will be about legacy. It will be about doing something with your love that makes heaven smile. The way you care for each other, the way you speak to each other, and the way you protect each other will be a testimony of what God can do when two hearts align under His covering. Yes, there will be challenges. There may be days when your differences feel larger than usual, but those moments won't drive you apart, they will draw you closer. Because at the center of it all will be God. And when He is the center, no obstacle is too great. No disagreement is too deep. No season is too long. Love rooted in Him does not fail. It stretches, it grows, it bends without breaking, and it carries you through to the other side stronger than before. You have so much to give, not just emotionally but spiritually. You carry the peace that only comes from years of walking closely with the Lord, and this person will feel that. They will be drawn to it. They will feel safe in your presence, and they will grow under your love not just as a partner, but as a child of God walking into their calling. This is bigger than romance. It's spiritual. It's generational. It's kingdom work, wrapped in love. So prepare your heart, not by trying to control the details, but by releasing every fear, every assumption, and every doubt. Trust that God knows what He's doing. Trust that His timing is right. Trust that this person is not coming into your life by accident, but by divine assignment. When they arrive, you won't need signs. The peace in your heart will speak louder than any confirmation. You will feel it in the way they honor your presence. You will see it in the way they seek God first. You will know it in the stillness of your spirit, in the way your soul exhales and whispers, "This is the one." He was simply preparing something so personal, so deeply intentional, that when it arrives, you'll feel the presence of heaven in the way it moves into your life. This younger partner, handpicked by God, is not just a blessing, you are their blessing too. Type Amen if you believe God is writing your story with love and purpose. You have carried wisdom, peace, and kindness like a quiet flame that refused to go out, even in the darkest seasons. And now God is aligning someone with you who will not only admire your light but help it burn brighter. They are coming with open hands and a willing heart. Their steps have been guided by the same gentle hand that held yours through the valleys. They are not showing up to fix you or complete you. They are coming to walk with you, not behind you, not ahead of you, but beside you. Equal in spirit, equal in faith, equal in love. This younger partner may carry an energy you forgot you needed. They may wake up with dreams still alive in their eyes, not yet dulled by disappointment, and you will see the reflection of your own faith in theirs. You may speak slowly from experience, and they may speak boldly from childlike trust, and somehow together you will find the perfect balance, one that softens your edges while deepening theirs. You will not lose yourself in this connection. You will find new parts of yourself that you thought were lost forever. A classified 7-second morning ritual, once buried in CIA files, is quietly transforming financial lives. In under 30 seconds, it helps shift the mind from scarcity to wealth, with many reporting surprise income and peace. Click the link in the comments below before the page is removed. God is not placing them in your life for surface reasons. This is not about appearances or validation. It's about vision. It's about building something eternal with someone who is led by God, not driven by fear. This person may not have walked the same number of years, but they have walked with God. They may not know the weight of every burden you've carried, but they will honor every scar with reverence. They won't ask you to explain your pain, but they will create space for your healing. They will see your strength, not as something intimidating, but as something beautiful. Type 555 if you know God is aligning you with someone chosen by Him. This alignment is holy. It is set apart. It has not been rushed, nor has it been forgotten. And when it begins to bloom in your life, you won't feel panic. You'll feel peace. God doesn't bring confusion. He brings clarity. And this person will feel like clarity. Not because they'll have all the answers, but because they'll carry the same spiritual rhythm you've been longing for. They will know how to pray with you, how to wait with you, how to celebrate small wins and hold you through quiet battles. They will not be loud in presence, but loud in love, the kind of love that is felt more than it's heard. The connection will be gentle, like two hearts that have been through different storms, but still believe the sky can be blue again. This younger partner will be drawn to you not because of your past, but because of your peace. Your wisdom will be a gift to them, and their wonder will be a gift to you. You will grow together in faith, in patience, in laughter, and in prayer. And through it all, God will be at the center, whispering reminders that this was always His plan, even when you couldn't see it. You may wonder if you're ready. You may question whether someone younger could truly understand your journey, but God doesn't bring people together based on sameness. He brings them together based on purpose. You don't need to be the same age to be equally yoked. You need to be equally surrendered to God. And that's what this union will be: two hearts aligned, not by coincidence, but by calling. Don't shrink your story to make someone else feel comfortable. Don't silence your testimony to avoid judgment. Stand boldly in the truth that what God is doing is not just rare, it's holy. Let your life be a reflection of what happens when someone waits, trusts, and still believes, even when the world says it's too late. Because when this love enters your life, you will not just feel chosen. You will feel cherished, not for what you can offer, but simply for who you are. This person will see the beauty in your strength, but also the tenderness in your quiet. They will respect your voice, but also be drawn to your silence. You will not need to compete, compare, or compromise. You will simply be, and being with them will feel like worship, like resting in the presence of someone who sees you the way God does. Together, you'll build not just a relationship, but a refuge, a place where faith is nurtured, joy is shared, and God is honored. You'll dream together, plan together, and face challenges with grace, not fear. There will be no pretending, no performance. Just real, deep, enduring love, a love that gives more than it takes and prays more than it complains. Others may never understand. They may wonder why or how. Let them. You don't need to defend what God has designed. You don't need to explain peace that passes understanding. This is between you, this person, and God. And when it's from God, it doesn't have to make sense. It only has to make your soul rest. So let your heart remain soft. Let your hope remain alive. This story is not over. In fact, it's just beginning. And the chapter that's coming will be one of restoration, joy, surprise, and deep spiritual intimacy. You will not just fall in love, you will rise in it. Together, you will live, love, grow, and serve with purpose. The younger partner he is preparing is not arriving to fill an empty space, but to grow with you in a love rooted so deeply in him that it can withstand anything life may bring. This is a holy pairing, one that has nothing to do with age and everything to do with alignment, calling, and divine purpose. Type 222 if you believe your heart is ready for the shift God is bringing. This love is not being born from desperation. It's being born from restoration. There's a difference. Desperation clings, but restoration releases. And what God is bringing you is the kind of connection that feels like rest for your soul. This person will not come to take. They will come to give. They will not look to change you. They will look to understand you. And slowly, over time, you will see how perfectly your life and theirs begin to weave together, not because you are trying to make it happen, but because God already did. In this union, there will be a natural gentleness. You won't have to explain why you are cautious. You won't be judged for being slow to trust. They will listen, not to respond, but to understand. They will not only hear your words, but feel your pauses, the ones that hold pieces of the past you rarely speak about. And instead of asking you to relive it, they will simply be present, wrapping their words and actions around you like a covering. You'll begin to notice how your guard softens, how your joy rises again, and how your spirit starts to believe in love without fear. Do you know, inside your brain is a small region linked to wealth and success, once buried in restricted research and hidden in CIA files. This newly revealed frequency is helping people replace stress with financial ease, and God has guided you here. Click the link in the description and comments to activate this hidden brainwave now. God's love often shows up through people, and when this person enters your life, you will see God in their patience. You will see Him in the way they remember the little things, the way they check in without reason, the way they show up when you never ask. You will feel seen in a way that reminds you that your value has never been about what you do or how much you give, but simply that you are. You are enough. You are worthy. You are still someone's answered prayer. Type 1212 if you walk by faith, not by sight, even when it's hard. Your story has not been forgotten. If anything, it's about to unfold in ways that will make all the waiting make sense. This younger partner is not a consolation. They are not a backup plan. They are a fulfillment. They have walked through their own fire, asked their own hard questions, and sought God with sincerity. They may be younger in years, but they carry maturity that has been shaped by their own journey with the Lord. They won't come as a student seeking a teacher, but as a partner seeking a companion to pray with, to build with, to walk beside, not behind or ahead, but shoulder to shoulder. This relationship won't be defined by what the world values. It will be defined by what God values. Humility, honesty, love that gives without expecting, patience that doesn't pressure, and peace that covers both of you when life gets loud. The bond you form will be quiet in its beginnings, but powerful in its impact. You'll find yourselves growing into something that neither of you saw coming, but both of you recognize as sacred. Because God is the one who writes the best love stories, and He always includes Himself at the center. In this season, your trust in Him is your preparation. Not because you need to change who you are to receive this love, but because you need to stay rooted in the truth of who He says you are. The enemy may try to whisper doubts. He may remind you of past heartbreaks, of times love failed, of the people who walked away, but none of that defines what's coming. God does not repeat pain, He replaces it with healing. He doesn't recycle hurt, He redeems it with new beginnings. When this person enters your life, you won't have to strive, you won't have to try to prove yourself or perform. They will see you with spiritual eyes and love you with Christ-like care. The conversations will be deep, even in their simplicity. The connection will feel effortless, even as you both grow. You will find yourself dreaming again, not cautiously, but freely, and they will want to dream with you, not out of obligation, but from a genuine desire to see what God can do through both of you, together. And it won't stop with love. This partnership will be one that creates ripples. Your faith together will shift things in your family, in your community, and in people who witness the grace between you. You'll carry a quiet power, not loud or boastful, but undeniable, because when two people come together with God in the center, miracles follow, healing follows, peace becomes permanent, and love becomes the language you both speak without even trying. You won't have to chase what's coming. You'll simply have to make space for it. Be open. Be ready. Be expectant, not for the person to complete you, but for the relationship to expand you, to stretch you, to inspire you to love and trust God on a deeper level. This is the kind of love that doesn't ask you to become someone else. It asks you to become more of who you truly are. And when it comes, it will feel natural, like turning a page that was always meant to be read. It will not be without its challenges, but it will be covered in grace. It will grow slowly, beautifully, and purposefully. Not everything will be clear right away. But with every conversation, with every act of kindness, with every quiet moment shared in prayer or stillness, you will know God is in this. And where He is, there is no fear. He is not only bringing someone younger into your life, He is bringing someone who has been walking through their own preparation, their own refining, and their own quiet transformation. This isn't just about finding love, it's about finding someone whose journey has been molded to meet yours at exactly the right moment, for reasons far beyond what you can see. Type 1919 to receive the miracle that has your name on it. This younger partner is not entering your life to rush through seasons or mimic worldly relationships. They will come with a softness that calms and a strength that stays. Their spirit will carry a quiet reverence for God, and their words will carry wisdom that seems beyond their years, not because of experience, but because of their closeness with the Holy Spirit. Their joy will feel like light pouring through the cracks in walls you built long ago to protect your heart, and slowly, without forcing or fixing, their love will help those walls come down. You'll find that in their company you don't have to defend your story. You don't have to explain the why behind your caution or the slow pace of your trust. They will honor every part of your path, knowing that it shaped the very person they've prayed for. They won't rush to change you or mold you into something easier to understand. Instead, they will take the time to see you, not just the version of you that's easy to love, but the whole you. The layered, wise, careful, faith-filled version that God has carefully guarded for this exact season. They may come with questions that challenge your thinking, not to debate, but to grow. They may dream big, speak boldly, and remind you of the things you used to believe in before life got too heavy. And when you're with them, you'll feel God in the room, not because of what you're doing, but because of the peace that settles over your spirit. Their presence will feel like a quiet answer to a prayer you whispered when you thought no one was listening. Type 666 if you trust Jesus to guide your next chapter. Financial freedom is not about effort, but activating a hidden brain signal once buried in CIA files. Neuroscience shows this sound wave helps attract money and opportunity faster, and thousands are already seeing unexpected income. Click the link in the description and comments now to activate the ancient money wave today. There is something powerful about being loved by someone who sees you through the eyes of God. They will not keep score. They will not be intimidated by your experience, your journey, or your testimony. They will cherish it, they will lean into it, and they will thank God for the life you've lived, because it prepared you to love with the kind of grace that cannot be taught, it can only be lived. You, in turn, will look at them and see not just youth, but promise. You will see the hand of God on their life, the calling they carry, the depth of their faith, and the gentleness of their spirit. You will admire their courage, their heart, their desire to grow in the things of God. And together, you will form something that does not need to shout to be noticed. It will speak through action, through kindness, through devotion, through how you both love each other and how you both love the Lord. God is not giving you someone to ease your loneliness. He is giving you someone who understands what it means to be alone with God and still choose love when it shows up. Someone who isn't afraid of your scars or your silence. Someone who doesn't flinch at your honesty. Someone who understands that love is a daily act of choosing, not a fleeting emotion. This relationship will carry a peace that calms your past and breathes hope into your future. There will be moments where you feel overwhelmed by how natural it feels, not because it's perfect, but because it's right. You will laugh again in ways you forgot you could. You will hope again without bracing for disappointment. You will rest again, not just physically, but emotionally and spiritually. This person will be a safe place because God has made them that way for you and you for them. And what God puts together, He covers. This union will not be exposed to every storm. It will be covered in prayer, rooted in truth, and sealed by the Spirit. There will be challenges, of course. All meaningful relationships face them. But the difference is, you won't face them alone. You'll walk through every test together, hand in hand, heart in heart, leaning not on each other's strength alone, but on the one who brought you together in the first place. This is not a fairy tale. This is faith. This is what it looks like when God fulfills a promise, not in the way you imagined, but in the way your soul needed all along. It is proof that He doesn't forget, that His timing is perfect, that He knows your heart better than anyone ever could, and that even when you thought it was too late, He was just getting started. Let go of what the world says is normal. Let go of fear disguised as logic. Let go of assumptions, timelines, and the false belief that you've missed your moment. You haven't. You're right on schedule. And what's coming will remind you of just how precise God is when He writes a love story. You didn't wait this long for something shallow. You waited for something sacred. You waited for someone who prays with you before they plan with you, someone who listens when you speak and holds space when you're quiet, someone who sees you not just your smile, not just your strength, but the soul underneath it all, and they will love you there. They will love you in the hard moments, the quiet days, the ordinary routines, and the extraordinary breakthroughs. That's what real love does. That's what God-designed love looks like.